What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers Podcast, episode 208. And god damn it, everyone, ain't nobody here some motherfucking chicken shit because we're coming off of a T-Ferg knockout win.
Oh yeah, that's so true.
Yep.
The MMA lords have shined down greatly upon us for this weekend. It was incredible.
It really was. I expected to have some feelings about this weekend. I did not expect to watch Tony get a KO, drop to his knees, and the second he did, just cry with him, bro. It was so emotional.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was
6
awesome.
years.
Yep. Yeah. 6 years since he's won. I forget the exact date in 2019, but I know it was 2019 to taking on Donald Cowboy Cerrone. He got a win. And just been 8 straight losses since. Finally got it done. Boxing debut against Salt Poppy is not the most meaningful win overall, but it's good for him to just get back in the win column.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Misfits was pretty fun over the weekend, not gonna lie.
Yes.
Luke Rockhold got fucking sent to hell. Holy shit.
He
Yeah,
needs
he
to
did.
retire.
Yeah, he does.
That was rough.
That was a rough one. Watching Dylan Dennis win was rough.
Yeah, but it was short, so it was fine.
I
But
think that makes it
aside
worse.
from that, there was nothing else really going on this weekend. There was some dirty boxing going on Friday. That was kind of fun to watch, honestly. That was good shit. Their first broadcast, that was good. No big MMA or anything going on. So we are here today to talk about all the things going on next week. Friday, we got some one championship. But on Saturday, we got UFC Paris. They're finally back after a week off. Let's go.
Yeah.
How excited are you guys for this fight night from the UFC that they're producing on this fine day?
Medium excited.
I was about to say, out of 10, about a 6.
Yeah.
It's not awful.
about
It's
right.
not bad by any means. I do think that there are some fights on there that have no meeting that should deliver a lot of fun. But in total, caring about it and how super hyped I am, probably about a 6.
Yep. It sounds about accurate for a Nasruddin Imavov main event taking on Caio Borralho, 185-pound contest. Obviously, we know that Nasruddin, number one contender in the division. He's been, deserving, one of the more deserving people of a title fight based on what they've accomplished in this division for a while.
Yes.
Caio has obviously been doing a lot of good work in this division, getting a nice win streak as well to make himself a pretty clear number one contender. But we got a lot of people in this division. There's a lot of fun going on. So when you got guys like Fluffy who are on a 9-fight winning streak, I'm pretty sure it is, or 8-fight, RDR who's been absolutely smashing through some people, getting a whole lot of fun results.
Yep.
You're gonna have a whole lot of people at the top that it just gets log jammed. You got different people trying to make their claim. So we got Nasruddin and Caio in this one to go basically up against Fluffy and RDR. Whoever wins and has the most exciting performance is going to end up as the next contender for motherfucking Khamzat Chimaev. Let's go. With that, though, do you think this fight actually ends up being the fight that produces the number one contender? Because I don't think that the winner of this fight is going to come out looking better than the winner of Fluffy RDR.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
I also think that if there's a chance that, maybe Khamzat wants to turn around early next year, Fluffy's going to be the one, if he wins, that's going to be down to do that more than likely and be quicker, be ready for a quicker turnaround. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because
again, for a title shot, all of them, you know what I mean? But
because that's where I was going to say, it's in all reality, I feel like Caio, RDR, and Fluffy, all barring any
RDR
injuries
100% would too,
I feel like they're all going to be down to turn around quickly. It's like we said, recently, it's Caio. He's been inactive because motherfuckers don't want to fight him.
Yeah.
He's a very tough fight for a lot of people. He's not very exciting, doesn't have a big name, doesn't bring much with getting a win over him. I don't think he gets a win here. He's going to have a problem turning around January, February type thing.
Yeah, that's very true.
I think Nasruddin is the only one that it's kind of there might have to be like a convincing, you know what I mean? Where it's like, I feel like out of all 4 of them, Nasruddin's the only one that would be like, no, I'm not ready for that date. And that would actually like turn it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's entirely fair.
He definitely seems the one to just sit more on his spot, but
yeah. It's definitely going to be one of those things where I do think the RDR fluffy winner is going to come out and be the more exciting performance out of the 4. Like, I guess Imavov and Kyle could surprise us. I just don't think that's what's going to end up happening.
Yeah. And if there is like a surprise in any way, I do think that it probably does come from Kaio's side, if anything. Or, I mean, honestly, we probably should, if anything, give the respect to Nasruddin just in general too, because even of being to go out there and get the finish over Izzy, you know, he wasn't taking over the fight in a way where it was like, oh yeah, that like the finish was inevitable where the fight was, you know, it was very out of nowhere, caught it by surprise, was able to get that. So it's like, because I was going to say, I do think Kaio is going to be the one trying to put on a better performance. So it's like, if he's doing a little bit too much, maybe Nasruddin is able to catch him and pull off something fun, you know?
Yeah. He could, but I don't know. I honestly do think that Kaio should have this fight in the bag. I just feel like he is probably a better fighter overall than Imavov, just more well-rounded. And it's like, because Imavov is one of those guys where he is also well-rounded. He's just not really great anywhere, you know, like he has good striking and he has good like grappling, but it's not like he's a great striker or a great grappler. He's just a solid MMA well-rounded fighter, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like Kaio falls into that line too, but having a more dominant ground game and wrestling, you know what I mean? His striking is nothing like super spectacular, nothing we haven't seen before, you know, but it's clean. It's just, it works for him, you know, but I think that his grappling is definitely just better than Imavov's, you know?
Right.
Imavov, like on paper, has a solid defense at 78%, but he also, I think that Kaio is going to be the best grappler and takedown person, like, you know, just the wrestler in general that he has fought, especially in like the past couple of years.
Probably.
Because it's like going through it, it was like, I know Brendan Allen landed 1 for 10, but he doesn't have the greatest takedowns. He's great at jiu-jitsu, but his wrestling is shit, you know? Jared Cannonier went 1 for 1. Roman Dolidze went, I think it was 1 for 4, and he shot 3 of them in the last round of their fight. You know what I mean?
He
so
went
that was 5th round Roman. Oh, 0 for 4. Okay, sorry. But either way, you know, it was like, I know 3
Phil
of those came in
the best wrestler Imavov fought.
Yes. So going down the line, that's kind of where I was going to get at, is that he really hasn't fought in great wrestlers like that. And I feel like Kaio is easily going to be the best. And I feel like that's going to exploit a lot of issues. Like, I know on paper, 78%, that's good. And, you know, it's like either way, he does have 11 UFC fights. So whether it's not the greatest or whatever, that's still a good percentage to maintain.
For sure.
I think Kaio can take advantage of it still.
I definitely agree that guy was going to be able, like, he should be able to exploit the ground game for a path to victory in this fight, no doubt about it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I think that lies. I do think Imavov is a slightly better striker than Kaio, but like I do think that the grappling is going to be what ends up winning this fight out overall.
Yeah, because when it comes to the striking and just like, Imavov is the better striker. I think that the one aspect in striking that Kaio, I feel like, is better at is just being mobile on the back foot.
And I was just going to say, do you think him being up against the southpaw might also give him some issues, Imavov?
That could definitely
be
possible.
Because, like, with Kaio being a mover and just, you know, I wonder if that's going to give him any issues at all, too.
Kind of, but I mean, like, Izzy switches stances all the time. Brendan Allen, I think, is
but is he super stationary at points too? And I feel like, especially lately, like, it's just one of those things where, like, he's such a technical striker, but like kind of losing fights and just maybe not being as confident in himself. Like, his shit just wasn't working as well as it used to, you know? I feel like everyone was just kind of getting a better beat on him.
No, because then it's like, you know, Allen is orthodox. They call Jared a switch fighter, but we've seen him in southpaw, and he gets really uncomfortable in southpaw. I don't. That's why I was like, I don't really like that. He is way more. He'll do it, but he's definitely a significantly better fighter in orthodox. You know, so it's like Imavov is orthodox, Chris Curtis is orthodox. Like, other than Izzy being the one real switch, and like you said, he gets really stationary. Bro's fighting orthodox fighters.
No, that's very fair.
Buckley southpaw.
Okay, But yeah, I don't know. Buckley at 185 back in 2022.
Yeah.
But like that's just going back so many fights too, where it's like been this
Yeah.
such a long time of it. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure that he's fought them in his career. I don't mean that he's never dealt with it before, but Kaio just being the higher level southpaw in his fight run so far, I just wonder if that could pose some issues is all.
No, yeah, because it's like it's one of those things of open stance. The ability to work off a jab is nowhere going to be as easy, and especially someone like Kyle that's going to be working off of the back foot in a lot of moments too. Like if Nasruddin is really trying to like use the jab to just set up the offense and get things going, he could easily be stifled out so quickly in this fight.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely going to be something to watch for. Like he's going to have to use more tools to just mix it up and just try and find better openings on Kaio, because it's like I genuinely just can't even remember a time where it's like Kaio has been in trouble. He's been like hit clean with a big shot. Like you know what I mean? Like I really can't even think of like bad positions in anything that I've ever even really seen Kaio in off the top of my head. Like,
and I get that. It's just like it's hard because like his best wins are Cannonier, Paul Craig, Abus Magomedov. Like a lot of these guys are way lower level competition than Nasruddin Imavov.
Sure.
So it's really hard to even be like, oh yeah, this guy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I just got faith in Kaio for this one.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he's going to end up on top. And I have a feeling that no matter how he gets it done, he's going to get passed up for the title shot. Probably. There's definitely a chance for, things to look impressive, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if he's able to go out there, he gets like a big knockout or like a big submission or something over him. I feel like that's definitely a possibility where he goes out there and he's next up in line for that.
I just think it's less likely that something like that happens.
But I mean, like, it's gonna need to be a sub. I mean, Nasruddin never been knocked out before in his career.
Even better. Kaio the first one to get it done?
I don't know if he's got the power to do that.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't think it happens.
Like, if I were to, like, if I'm
that's true.
placing a bet on someone to win via knockout in this fight, I'm probably putting it on Imavov.
I think that's interesting. I know that he has like the knockout over Izzy, so like, as somebody that, because it's like he only has 4 knockouts in the UFC himself, like, and I know Kaio only has 1 in the 7 wins, so it's like not, but other than Izzy, it's like the Jared Cannonier one was iffy, but he probably would have kept landing and probably would have got him out of there.
That was barely
and then his
an
other
stoppage. And then Edmund Shabazian from Chris Fix.
And Ian Heinisch.
I know. But, like, I just feel like he has...
I know he gets them more, but neither of them have been knocked out before. So with Kaio's grappling, I feel like I could see more of a ground and pound situation than Nasruddin, like, being the guy that lands that shot.
I understand, like, what we're saying with, like, the grappling and all that. The thing is, like, the one thing I wish UFC stats were better at when looking at this is how... I wish we had, like, actual stats like NBA or the NFL where I can see literally everything. Because I feel like something we're not taking into account is Nasruddin's ability to get up from bottom position. And I feel like that's going to be something like the scrambles are actually going to be very interesting between these two.
No, yeah, that's very fair. Because it's like, I mean, it's like, because, Brendan Allen, he got 1 of 10 takedowns, was able to get 6 minutes of control time. But it's like, like you said, it doesn't show you where he's actually getting it or anything. You know what I mean? And
which was in the first round.
Yeah.
Most of it was in the first round. And then, like, it doesn't tell you where it's coming from. It doesn't even tell. It's just control time. So that could be up against the cage anywhere. Like, that's the other issue with it. Is I wish they were broken down a lot better.
I mean, I will say too, and I just one of those things of just looking at the stats and everything. The only time Nasruddin Imavov has ever given up more than 1 takedown in a UFC fight was his fight against Phil Hawes, which he did lose by majority decision. Obviously, years ago, very different fighter. You know what I mean? Just one of those things. But it's like, just to the point of Kaio being the better grappler and everything. I feel like if he's able to go out there and grab consistent takedowns on Nasruddin Imavov, there's a very good chance he walks away with the decision win here. Like I feel like that just even shows of like, yeah, if you're able to get them consistently, it's like 4 in a 3-round fight, able to pull out the majority, even getting outstruck 57-31 significant strikes for Phil Hawes, I feel like that just shows that like that path to victory is there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, yeah, gonna be rough. It's gonna be hard, but
it's an interesting fight for sure.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Because that's where it's like, yeah, Brendan Allen, it's like, yeah, go getting the control time, all that, but it's like, yeah, went 1 for 10 on takedowns and, wasn't able to do enough to win out the decision. So it's like, you're going to need probably multiple in each round to actually secure enough points. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it definitely a good fight. Good for Nasruddin to get a main event in his home country, just to get the crowd to maybe rally behind them. That'd be really funny. He just goes out there and gets booed. Both of them get booed by the fringe crowd.
It'd be sad.
I mean, I will be honest. I don't think Nasruddin is going to get nearly as big of a pop as the French fighter in the co-main event, because in this co-main, Benoit Saint-Denis is back with one of the toughest tests in his UFC run so far, taking on Mauricio Ruffy. This is a very tough test for both of them.
Yes.
I am so fucking excited for this fight. I cannot wait to see how it plays out. How are you motherfuckers feeling about this one heading into it?
Oh my god, I'm excited. It's just one of those things where it's just like, damn, how does this fucking fight go? Is BSD gonna come out and like his team is very much like, no, the game plan is put his ass against the fence, try and take him down, wear him out. Like, is that the game plan? Is he gonna go off script and, disengage from that and then try to hook his way into a win, which is a terrible idea against Ruffy, but
yeah.
It is funny looking at the stats that Ruffy technically has a negative differential. He lands 4.54, but he's absorbed 4.59 per minute.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
That's really funny. Yeah, basically even, but yeah, just slightly under. Yeah. Kate, how you feeling about this one?
Yeah, I feel like this is just going to be a violent fight for as long as it lasts,
Probably.
It's like Ruffy has 100% takedown defense, but the only people that have shot takedowns on him, whereas James on top, he went 0 for 6, and then on Contender Series, dude went 0 for 1. That's it. Nothing in green, nothing in malarkey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Benoit's accuracy is only 39%. He does not have great takedowns or entries or anything like that.
Nope.
His grappling is good, and like he does have a solid ground game, and when he is on top, he can get some good pressure. But getting them down is where the issue comes. And Mauricio is in a good camp. He has a good team. While we haven't seen it, I would be shocked if he had nothing for takedown defense or anything of that nature. You know what I mean? Like, I really would be. So I feel like he's going to be able to stuff the takedowns. The takedowns get stuffed. Now I think they're just swinging at each other. And I think that I feel like Benoit's going to get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I know he can be tough as shit, and I know that he can land some big shots himself, and he can take people out of there. But he is so sloppy and so open, and Mauricio is so technical and so fast and so quick at finding the shot, the range, and what he needs to do to get that shot, that it's just like, how does Benoit not get knocked the fuck out? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Because I feel like, especially just like first minute of this fight type thing, because it, like you said, Ginger, I feel like it would be so stupid if the game plan is anything other than for Benoit to go out there and try and grab takedowns, stuff, put him up against a cage, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Get a hold of this dude. That's what you have to do. So I feel like the strike selection from Mauricio Ruffy is going to be the biggest thing of this fight early on. If he's throwing shots that are able to, like, just Benoit can get out of the way of and, like, grab a hold of, or just anything that like Benoit can actually get a hold of him and like get a takedown on him. Because it's like if Mauricio goes for like something big and crazy and Benoit is able to just like easily duck under whatever time it shoot on a takedown, then that takedown could probably come very easy. And then now Benoit can probably get some really good work done on top. You know what I mean? If Benoit gets like a good takedown, secures good position, I have faith that he's probably going to get a lot of work done on top, honestly.
Yeah.
But other than that, if Ruffy can just be smart and just pick the right shots, if he doesn't get taken down, I don't think that this is even close to a competitive fight at all. Like the speed difference and the ability in their striking is just so great that it's like this should be such an easy first round knockout for Mauricio Ruffy. Like I know that Benoit is tough, but like he is so slow and open when he's pressing forward on punches, you know, that it's like that just seems like that's just open season for fucking Mauricio Ruffy out in the striking, you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I really feel like the strike selection of Ruffy is going to be big, because if Benoit has to get a hold of him, and if he can, he's cooked in this fight. Like there's nothing that he can do, I believe.
I believe it.
So it's like, yeah, that's where it's just interesting if he can actually get a hold of him, what that grappling actually looks like, what Ruffy's defense really does look like, you know, what he can look like on bottom. Because it's like if Benoit's just going super heavy with the grappling, you know, and like the takedown attempts, and Ruffy's able to just like defend all of them, look good, you know, like that's going to be really impressive, you know?
Yeah.
No, yeah, for sure.
And it's like, yeah.
Benoit gonna knock him out. Mauricio's one loss is a knockout.
It is a knockout.
He just finds that one strike or lands something that does hurt him and just jumps on it. Like, that's why I'm just like, I think that it should go to Mauricio, and I think that everything that we've said is like the path. But I wouldn't be too shocked if Benoit did something that just
lands that one strike, hurts him, and is able to just swarm him after that and just get him out of there.
Even if it was on some Matt Frivola shit where Matt Frivola was out far and he just threw that head kick up and just with the foot just tapped the chin and out of there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'm not favoring it, but I'm just like, but it's just the fact that there is that chance that it just, I'm just very excited for this fight.
I get it.
No, yeah,
because it's like, I'm sorry, go.
I was about to say, just especially because his one loss is the KO in the second round and all that. Like, that could be something where, and he is able to be clipped, and Benoit has power. Ruffy has not really fought anyone with power like that in the lightweight division in the UFC yet. Bobby Green might have been able to do something there because even though he doesn't have power, he has very slick striking and is able to land a lot of shots consecutively.
Yeah.
But, like, Benoit has that power to just hurt you and then just get you the fuck out of there if he needs to.
No, yeah, that's fair. I get it. It's like, I know Benoit, like, his power and his striking, his ability to finish people definitely shouldn't be slept on, but it's like, I would be genuinely shocked if like they were just striking on the feet and then it's like Benoit just clipped him with something, and like I honestly, like, that would surprise the fuck out of me.
Really?
Like if he would, like it, because it, like, I don't believe this fight makes it to the second round unless Benoit's grabbing takedowns and like he's in control of this fight. Like if they're just striking in the first round, I just really feel like this is such a clean victory for Ruffy. Like,
I think it should be, but that's why I just like, I don't know. You never know. All you need to do sometimes is land that one shot.
I get it. That's, I don't know.
I just want to say,
but again, I do favor Ruffy.
Yeah,
by a lot.
I get what you're saying, Jimmy. I completely understand it. But we watched Dricus du Plessis march his way up the 185-pound division, doing exactly what we're saying, where it's just landing that doofy-ass fucking shot that got a lot of people out of there.
Yeah, but it's so different, though, like, of just the physicality, style, ability. Like, it's just, like, I mean, if it was the same thing, Benoit would have went out there and trucked Dustin, you know what I mean? Like, it's, like, because
obviously
the got fucking mopped by Dustin, then mopped by Moicano, you know, and then fucking, what was his,
Kyle Prepelic.
Yeah,
But to be fair, I'm
Kyle,
pretty sure he was supposed to fight someone else.
Yeah,
he was supposed to fight Joel
Alvarez. He would have gotten fucking destroyed in, honestly. Like, I really, if he has not done anything to change how he fights or improve his abilities in any way, he does not stand a chance of winning this fight, in my opinion. Like, it is just, it's not, like, we've already seen the flaws. We've already seen him lose. We've seen how people can beat him. You know what I mean? Like, it's not...
Oh, no, it's funny. One of the flaws that him and DDP actually do share is not being able to get up from bottom position.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny about it.
But that's also the thing, too, where it's like, yeah, fucking... DDP was able to like have all. He's also fighting on middleweight, where it's just a way less technical division overall, and it's like the people that are coming up now. He's probably going to start to see a lot of more those problems shine through with the current roster than he originally fought against when he's fighting fucking Darren Till and Brunson, and you know what I mean. Like it's a lot different.
Oh yeah, no, I think Kyle,
155,
Fluffy, I think Kyle, Fluffy, and RDR all fuck him up.
Yeah, but so that's where it's like, with 155, like it's a
much more technical division, and that's why he wasn't able to like just jump from Frivola to fucking Dustin Poirier, but like that was an insane jump.
Yeah, but then it's like just still thoroughly lost, to Moicano.
Yeah.
Like it's just, which is just a very big step back. You know what I mean?
No, it is.
So yeah, that's where it's like
that was a big step up from Frivola, though. Like there's still like big step down from DDP, but still a pretty big step from Frivola, who's just a kill or be killed fighter.
Yeah, no, for sure. But so yeah, it's like definitely it's good for him to get the bounce back, but I do think Mauricio Ruffy is going to be a bit too much for him. I feel like if he doesn't improve on anything, I feel like we saw that he doesn't actually belong in the top 15 of this division.
Yeah, he's definitely hit a ceiling.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's an interesting fight though. Like I said, we're gonna get to see a lot about both, because that's where it's just like, if he's able to go out there and he just grabs a takedown like it's nothing on Ruffy, and it's just like, oh fuck, you just have like no actual takedown defense. Like the fucking jig is up for Ruffy in this division. You know what I mean? Like if you can't defend shit like any takedowns from Benoit, like brother, it's 155. There's way too many grappling heavy monsters. Like you're gonna get destroyed.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely should learn a lot from this fight. Super interesting, but a very solid France versus Fighting Nerds main and co-main main event. I don't know. Does Benoit and Nasruddin train at the same spot? I don't know.
I have no idea.
That'd be funny if they did though.
Nasruddin's camp is not listed on Tapology.
Nice.
Benoit fights at Sci-Fit.
All right. But after that very good main and co-main event, how the fuck do you guys feel about this featured bout between Bolaji, who's 2-1 in the UFC, and Mason Jones, who's 2-2 in the UFC?
I don't know. I guess on 155 fight.
Actually about to go to the UFC's site to make sure that is actually the co-main or the featured bout.
Featured. I mean, it's been there for a while. I feel like it probably is, but I don't know.
Okay, it is. My question.
Yeah,
why?
I just felt like one of those random UFC things of like, why is this fight here? You know what I mean?
Because like
trying to just push Bolaji maybe or something. I don't know, but
maybe.
Maybe. But yeah, Bolaji 10-2 overall in his career, 2-1 in the UFC. Got wins over Timmy Kawamba and Michael Aswell, both by decision. Lost first round sub Chris Duncan.
Mason isn't a submission artist, so he's got a couple submissions on his record, but
he's got a solid 2-1 record in the UFC.
Yeah, which I mean, his losses are to Mike Davis and Ludwig Klein, which are not terrible losses at all.
Right, with the win over David Onama, which is very solid.
Yep,
and Jeremy Stevens
like 3 and 4 years ago too. So, but it's like no contest with the Lampetrique. Accidental eye poke. Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
And then I came
But,
back in May of this year and beat Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah.
Which
Just
was
one
a
of those
weird
things
one
where it's
off.
like, yeah, just a very a fight for the region. You know, I forget where it was, in Iowa or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, because that's where fucking
Jeremy's from. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
From Des Moines, Iowa.
Yep. But yeah, so like you said, just should be a banger of a 155 fight. Other than that, just really do not expect much from this fight at all, honestly.
Well, it's just like at the moment, like they're just both on like the grind at 155, and that just can be such a long grind.
Yeah.
But it's just like, what are we supposed to do with this fight? You know what I mean?
No, yeah. Just both on lost before. It just no hype on either. You know what I mean? Like one of those things. But I am a bit more interested in the next fight on the main card, 205-pound bout between Modestas Bukauskas and Paul Craig. How the fuck you guys feel about Paul Craig's return to the light heavyweight division?
It's probably better for him.
Yes. I hated the move to middleweight.
He's about to get fucked up.
I forgot that he did have the Adolfo Blotto one. That was at 205 in his last one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that barely counts.
Accidental illegal up kick.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was the funny one. Yeah.
That was a weird one, yeah.
Yep. Everyone thought that Blotto was faking it.
Yeah.
Yep. But it's one of those things. Even with that, we've seen the wackiness, everything, full effect for Paul Craig back at 205 pounds. Do you think Modestas on his second run in the UFC can handle that kind of swag from Paul Craig? You know?
Yes.
You think Modestas can?
Yep.
You think Modestas Bukauskas is about to win this fight?
Give me Modestas Bukauskas by the way that Khalil Roundtree finished him.
This dude's getting triangle choked in under 2 minutes.
When was the last time Paul Craig got a first round triangle choke in the UFC? Oh, never.
Oh,
Nikita
Nikita
Krylov, 2022.
Fuck off. Yeah. Do your shit before you talk shit, motherfucker.
I looked at the wrong side. I looked at his losses.
Yeah, fuck off. So, there we go. A way better fighter than Modestas will ever be. And a way better grappler. I don't think Modestas wins this fight at all, honestly.
I would like for Paul Craig to win this fight. I think he can.
He can.
It's like I get that Modestas is like a better striker than Paul Craig, but it's like Paul Craig's also beaten a lot of better strikers than him, you know? And it's like I don't think Modestas is good enough to whatever the best of Paul Craig can offer. I don't know if he's gonna get out of it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he'll be able to grab him up, trip him out, just get some shit going that he's gonna bring it into his game, and he's gonna be able to find a sub.
Maybe
gets him thinking about the sub too much and knocks him out on the feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything can happen in a Paul Craig fight.
Anything
else?
Jumping front kick knockout. Yeah. All right. The rest of the main card really isn't the greatest, honestly. You guys super excited for Fakhretdinov and Kyle Fernandez?
Not really.
Very surprised that they made this fight. I don't know why they made this fight.
Probably just needed someone to fight. I don't fucking know.
Fernandez looked really good in his last one, beating Guram Kudaladze.
Yeah. That's probably why, because Faraz is on a good 5-fight winning streak, so...
And they don't want to put him in the top 15.
Yeah, I guess that's where it's like makes sense, because it's like, it's just like, why is like Caillou fighting him when he's on a 5-fight win streak in the division? This dude's 2-1 in the UFC. You know what I mean? It's like,
because Fakhretdinov is not exciting.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's yeah. Another solid unanimous decision win for Fakhretdinov. Gets it done in his home country, extended his win streak.
We'll see.
Probably, because dude's never been... Fernandez never been finished, so...
Yeah, I doubt that Fakhretdinov is going to be the first one to do that.
Yeah, the only person he's knocked out in the UFC is Matt Frivola, who kill or be killed.
Never was finished before the Fakhretdinov loss, right?
Frivola?
Yeah. As tough as they come.
Fakhretdinov 4 inches taller than him with the 2-inch reach advantage.
That's pretty big. That's good. Gonna be able to do real good with jabbing and moving on that, you know what I mean?
Woo.
I know you said it jokingly, but I just wanted to go look. Literally,
what, 5 knockout losses?
Frivola, 4. But his UFC debut was a first round 1-minute KO loss to Paulo Reyes.
Very nice.
I just thought that was hilarious. The only one who has not finished him in the UFC, and what it was a loss because he has the draw with Lando Venata.
Yeah.
Armin Saryukian.
Wow, what a shocker.
That's hilarious.
How long ago was that, though? You know, before
2021.
There you go. That was before Armin knew how to punch and kick properly to hurt people, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his 4th fight in the UFC, yeah.
Yeah. So let's go. But yeah, let's Fakhretdinov by decision. That's my prediction. But
yeah, I won't be shocked.
Opening fight on the main card, I am actually pretty interested in. It's one of those things of not gonna have too much to say because Patricio Pitbull is back. This dude is just trying his best to get opportunities and do something big in the UFC while he has a chance. I fucking respect it, man.
Yeah. But he is fighting someone scary.
Yeah.
Because Losene Keita is 27 years old. He's 3 inches taller than him at 5'9". They don't have a reach on him. His record is 16-1. He has 10 knockouts, 6 decisions, and his one loss is a minute into the first round, a foot injury. Very nice. You know, that's it. And what was it? Double champ?
Yeah, double champion.
Double champion Octagon.
Yeah. So he's just had a lot of very solid experience just fighting good guys. You know what I mean? He has gone like five rounds before, just all of the things where he just seems like a very solid fighter, especially for 27 years old. Like this could be rough for Pitbull.
Yeah, like I
probably will be rough for Pitbull.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where obviously, you know, it's like he has a good amount of fights, 16-1, and like you said, just the double champ 5-round fight. So like the overall like actual experience, like he has it. But, you know, coming into the UFC, you're fighting a former double champ in Bellator, which is like just a much higher recognized organization. Pitbull, just a legend of the sport. There's just going to be a whole lot of pressure on that. So, you know, you just wonder if it's like going to be too big of a moment, too big of a step up for Keita and this opportunity. But it's like for Pitbull to go from Dan Ige to get that win look great. And now if this guy is just actually good and ready for the moment and everything, you know, now you're fighting, like you said, this fucking 16-1, 27-year-old fucking monster. It's like, that is so fucking rough, man.
No, yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Because it's like he seems to have cardio in the sense that, yes, he's gotten decision wins across 5 rounds, across 3 rounds, but he also gets finishes in many different rounds. You know, he's getting first round knockouts, second round knockouts, third round, fourth round. You know what I mean? Like,
gotcha, yeah.
Like that power is going through into the later rounds as well. And, you know?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
it would be interesting to
he has no... Oh, sorry.
I was just saying, I'd be interested to see like when those later rounds are, if they were at featherweight or lightweight. That'd be kind of interesting to see if there's a difference. They were at featherweight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then because I was gonna say the one thing though is like he has no subs on his record. Like he's never been subbed, doesn't have a sub. So obviously that doesn't paint very much of a picture of like where his ground game is at or anything, you know.
Yep.
And I don't know any of these people he beat other than Ivan Butchinger that he knocked out 3 minutes into round 1 back in 22.
Gotcha.
So like, yeah, but also, you know, 3
yeah.
minutes, don't know. Yeah. So we'll see if maybe Pitbull can do anything on the ground. But either way, I'm excited for this fight.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like I want to see Pitbull do good and just keep winning, and just get some good opportunities. But it would be cool to see the guy come in and just actually be good and just add some life to the featherweight division.
Yeah,
because it's like as much fun as it's gonna. Huh?
Sorry, I was just saying, especially exciting life.
Yeah, because it's like Pitbull is exciting. He can be fun. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm always going to enjoy every time they announce a fight for him, but he's on the older side. So it's like we're not going to have much time of that. And I mean, So
he's
like,
coming in.
Like you said, this dude 27, get 6 years out of him in his prime,
Yeah, he's coming in. He's going to be fighting number 11, so he'll immediately get ranked.
If he wins.
Yeah. But he has the ability to, I feel like. He should be able to do. There's definitely a chance that he's able to win. But then it's like, if he wins, it's like you start looking at people around him. You got David Onama, Dan Ige, Giga Chikadze, Steve Garcia. Like, got a lot of fun fights you can do with them.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, yeah, definitely excited to see what he's about, see how that fight plays out. But let's go. That is the main card for UFC Paris. Definitely could have been a little bit better, but it is one of them things. On the prelims, we do got some good fun fights, though. Some interesting fights. Where do you guys want to go with this? Who wants to go first? What you guys want to talk about?
There's only one fight to talk about on the prelims.
That's crazy. Okay.
In my opinion.
All right, go for it then, since you're
Rinat Fakhretdinov and Andreas Gustafsson. I am really excited for this fight. I think it's going to be sloppy. I think it's going to be kind of dog shit. I think it's going to be real silly to watch, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Andreas came in and made his debut against Chaos Williams, who has like negative grappling and shit. So yeah, at some points it slowed down because he was able to just hold him against the cage. But bro, he was doing big damage and he looked crazy. And those like exchanges when they were swinging, I can't wait to see that against Rinat, who has better grappling, who isn't just going to let him hold him up against there and wait for either the ref to break it up or, you know what I mean? Whatever it may be, just his inability to get out. Like, this is going to be sloppy fun.
Oh, yeah.
It should be fun.
Agree with that. Just fucking Rinat swinging full fucking, just looking and down. And
that's exactly how Andreas
Yeah, I know. It's
incredible.
See what the clinching looks like. Wild fight. Easily could end up getting fight of the night for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Ginger, how about you? What you excited about on this prelims?
The only other fight on the prelims that should be talked about, in my opinion, Marcin Tybura versus Ante Delija. And the biggest reason for that is Delia's coming in and is going to potentially help to add a little bit more life to this heavyweight division that has been dog shit for a while now.
Yeah.
Former PFL champ. So, just he's got that experience. He's been there for quite a while at this point.
Going to be fighting number 7, Marcin Tybura, so he'll immediately be able to fight, up in the rankings, fight, so like maybe a Pavlovich, maybe they go to the Waldo Cortez Acosta, maybe a Curtis Blades. Actually, it's
loser of a Jailton Volkov something,
It might actually just be Curtis Blades if he wins here.
It's very possible too, yeah.
Because if he beats Tybura and Blades, you can immediately set him up to potentially get a title shot or fight like the loser of the next title fight.
Oh yeah, because it's just like you said, just a new guy. So it's especially if Tom stays at the top, we're just gonna need as many new people as possible for him to fight. So it's like just a great addition to the heavyweight division. Just be nice if he can actually get some stuff done and look good at the top.
That's gonna
be the best thing. See the rematch we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
Let's go. Yes. But you think Ante Delija goes out there and gets first round knockout?
Maybe.
Potentially. How many times has Tybura been knocked out in the first round? Yeah, twice.
He's been knocked out 5 times in general.
So Tom Aspinall knocked him out in the first round, as expected. And Augusto Sakai? And it took Derek Lewis 3 rounds? That's insane.
MMA math, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
But yeah, definitely should be a fun one. Definitely excited to see how that one plays out. Hopefully we got a new contender going.
Hopefully.
But yeah, there is sadly nothing else to really bring up on these prelims.
They've been trying to get Tybura out of there in the last two with Denise and McPark, and it's like hopefully Ante Delija is the guy who can finally unseat him from the top 10.
Yeah. Got William Gomez and Brad Tavares on this card, both fighting some bullish dudes named Robert.
That's funny.
That's all I got to offer aside from the two things you brought up.
Very nice, very nice.
And then Omar C is back after his loss to taking on Brenson Hippiero. He should be able to win that fight if he can. That's just like holy shit. That's
an indictment.
Yeah. Should have never been excited about him if he loses this fight.
I was about to say, Axel Sola should be able to beat Reese McKee. If not, that's an indictment on him.
Reese looked better in his last one. He's on the comeback, you know.
Yeah. The 1-4 fighter in the UFC.
Hey, this guy's 0-0 in the UFC, so let's see how it goes. You know?
It is his debut.
But yeah, hey, I know I'd be happy to see Reese McKee get a win, so that would be nice.
Oh damn, he's coming in and from Aries on a 5-fight unbeaten streak and with 4 title defenses.
Fuck yeah, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Damn, he's 5'11" though at 170.
Nice. Oh, that's rough.
It's like I know that's what our current champ is, but still, I don't know. It's not a build for everybody at 170 these days, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely gonna need to see how he fights to see where I think he actually ends up.
Yeah. Let's go. That is all from this UFC Paris card. Hopefully we end up with a whole lot of fun.
Sorry, I just wanted to say that I wonder if this is like a short notice thing that they put together because he is actually a lightweight.
Gotcha. Okay.
It might be. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah, not that it's short notice, but that they put it together. You know what I mean? He did fight at welterweight in the beginning of his career, but then I guess he probably, I don't know, got his shit together or like learned better about weight cutting, and he has been a career lightweight. That is, or like since then, that's where his title defenses have been at and all of that. So I have a feeling he's not just like hopping back up because he's fought twice this year at lightweight. I feel like this was just his into the UFC. Yeah.
Extensive ass amateur record.
How many amateur fights?
19-4.
Crazy.
Well, he lost that last one, so it would have been to 19-5.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that's a lot. Oh yeah. So let's see what he's got. Let's go UFC Paris. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's fun. On Friday, we do have one championship event, though. One fight night 35. Oh, and we actually got some fights to care about. The first one, the only reason why I finally give a fuck about it is because my boy from my draft is finally getting a fight this year. We watched him beat Tong Kai right in the first card of the year. Put him on my draft for the honorable mentions, and he was gone with the wind until now. Akbar Abdullayev, undefeated fighter, taking on Ibragim Dauev. I don't know.
Dauev.
But I am very excited for this one because I need some more wins on my draft. Akbar looked very good against Kong Tai. It was very sad to see him lose that fight. 12-0 though, all finishes, and he's probably going to go out there and smash. His level of competition, just looking through the record of his opponents, is a lot better than what Ibragim has fought. And yeah, he just very confident in this one.
So let's go Ibragim.
No. Let's go Abdullayev.
You're losing the draft this year, Ginger, just so you know that. Fuck you.
I am not. You are currently behind me.
We'll see.
Actually, fuck your guys' and your argument, because now the reason why I care about this fight card
is
my draft fighter, and it's actually a good fight. Adrian Lee is back, and he is fighting Tye Ruotolo, making his debut.
I just love how this is.
And I am so confident in Adrian Lee's ability to go out there and smash Tye. You do know why. I've told you many times why I feel this way about this fight.
You know, Jimmy, in one ear, out the other.
Yeah, well, because Jimmy's like, oh, Tye is much better grappler. BJJ, the records and extensive, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah. Tye is great at BJJ. I fucking get it. He is born and raised in a BJJ gym and he's going to die in a BJJ gym. I fucking get it. Okay. But first of all, comparing him and Cade, it's like Cade is super aggressive. His offense is really good and he constantly goes for the submission threats, as to where Tye is way more. If his offense isn't working immediately, he backs out. He will disengage consistently. He doesn't have that same flow and confidence and submission ability as his brother. If this was Cade, I would feel a lot different, but it's not. It's Tye. So now we're in MMA where it's not just grappling. You know what I mean? Like how if he's already not willing to get into a goddamn grappling match because he's not getting the perfect position and he's not willing to try to flow through it and like grapple his way into what he needs to do, I have no confidence that he's going to go out there and get kneed in the head while he's trying to shoot for something and he's going to be willing to stay in there. You know what I mean? Adrian Lee goes out there like he shot out of a cannon. His striking is great. His grappling is great. And overall for MMA, his style is for MMA, where Tye just isn't. Assuming he replicates or looks anything like Cade does in MMA, their striking is super basic. It's really kick heavy. It is just something that I think Adrian Lee can exploit for sure, whether it's just taking the leg himself to grapple himself or to just like, be out the way and just land big shots. Like, I don't know. I just think Adrian Lee is running the fuck over Tye. That's just how I feel. Tye is not much bigger than him. He's not like, I wouldn't say he's more physical or, like it's just,
it's like, I definitely get it. It's like it's just the things with it is like, one, obviously it is Tye's debut. So we don't know like, and and cause that's where it's one of those things where it's like, obviously him and Cade don't grapple the same.
Yeah.
So I'm just expecting them to not strike the same either. Have no idea if it's going to be better or worse. You know what I mean? But I know that Adrian obviously is born in a family of MMA fighters. Like they are like very good grapplers. He's done wrestling his entire life. And like, that's a very big part of his game. I just don't believe that it's going to be better than the grappling and the grappling credentials that Tye Ruotolo has. And so with his game and what he showed so far in his 3 pro fights, he has been very grappling heavy. He goes out there, he throws a couple strikes, like, puts on big pressure, instantly shoots on a takedown, takes them down, and just starts working that.
Yep.
It's like, I just feel like that would just be so stupid to even to try and be the one to initiate the grappling against a fucking world-class jiu-jitsu guy.
Bro, if I'm gonna be honest, I just don't think it's that stupid.
But it's just like I just feel like it is not a smart thing to do. So it's like, I feel like he should just be the one striking. We've never seen him extended throughout a fight striking at all. So it's just like, we don't know what his takedown defense looked like. Like there are so many there are so many unknowns in this fight. The only thing that I know is that Tye has very good world-class jiu-jitsu. I believe it's going to be better than Adrian. So with him showing a mainly grappling heavy offense, I believe that like Tye is like has the ability to get this done. Adrian goes out there and wins. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? But it's like, I am not counting Tye out, and I would be pretty surprised if Adrian just like went out there, like just took him down, fucking threw him to the floor, beat him up, like if he just dominated him like that, I'd be like, this is fucking insane.
Bro, see, that's the thing, is I wouldn't feel like it's that crazy. And it basically comes down to like the way I feel about Tye in his grappling. Sometimes he looks good, but that's usually when he's fighting somebody that when you go through their record, like from what we've seen, that isn't that great, and he can basically just bully his way through there, and he's just like, oh, I'm just going to do this and get you out of there right away. You know what I mean? But it's like, when it comes down to actual exchanges, it's like his wrestling is not good. Tye's wrestling and Tye's ability to get somebody down is not always that good. Like we see a lot of flaws there where it's like, because it's grappling, people pull guard, and then that's where we'll see him literally like disengage, but then also not be able to get them down himself. And he likes being in his position. That's where, like, I'm saying that it's like his ability, like, we rarely get to see him flow through grappling exchanges because it doesn't seem like he's that willing, because he's like, oh no, I'm going to give something up. If Adrian goes out there and blasts into the ground and like, it's like, let's say he's like, yeah, like, I'm going to pull guard or something because this is exactly where I want to be. And Adrian starts landing elbows or knees. It's not BJJ. And I just don't, and it's like, I know
yeah.
that's where it is, but you're adding in a whole extra set that I think it's going to fuck with him because he already looks hesitant to be in a bad position in just grappling. Now you're going to be willing to be in an awful position in MMA where knees to the grounded opponents legal, where you can rain down these shots. Like, I
mean, if he's pulling guard, he's not getting but
what I mean is, like, you know, if he's just willing to go to the ground, even if it's not pull guard and actually end up in guard because it's Adrian blasting him and he's like, yeah, I'll be here. And all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, you know, like, I don't know. I just wouldn't be shocked. Adrian is just like willing and physical and aggressive, as to where Tye is, let me get out of here. I'm going to be the big man. Oh, I'm not the big man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just seems real hesitant sometimes. And I don't think he sucks. Like, I don't even want this to be like, oh, I hate him, or like I'm shit talking. I just truly believe that Adrian is better, is really what it is for me.
I got you.
And I know we haven't seen him in MMA, but with that, I think he's just going to blast through him.
Ginger, I don't know if you got anything you want to say.
The only thing that I've been thinking for the past, like, 30 seconds was, man, I wish I really had sunglasses here so I can do a bit where I'm like, man, let me just put on my bias goggles real quick like Katie is, but...
I wouldn't say it's biased. This is exactly how I've always felt about Tye. I've talked about him and his grappling like this well before this fight was booked, that I've always felt like Tye was not the good not the not good grappler, but the not as good grappler as Cade, that he was levels below him. I've always said that it was just kind of boring to watch him. And like, sometimes it felt like with the RDR one, like, oh, putting it on RDR, but then watching more grappling matches, it's like, no, it's him too. Like, so I have felt this way before this was ever booked.
No, I know. I just, like, damn. I have not a lot for this fight, because, like, Adrian Lee's good. We legitimately have no idea how Tye is actually going to look in MMA, because he has never fought in MMA. Yeah. So I legitimately am one of those, it's just one of those things where it's just like, I just want to see what actually ends up happening. I really don't know what to predict here. I tend to agree with Jimmy. I think it would be way smart to just keep this on the feet, because Tye Ruotolo is going to have way less experience on the feet, and you should be able to keep it on the feet and be able to PK him there.
Very fair, very fair. But yeah, that it easily, like, the fight between the two youngest people with the least amount of experience in MMA. But the highest level fight that you can have, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, sure. As soon as they booked this fight, like, that was my first thought about it, and it's like I am so excited to see how this one plays out, no matter who gets it done.
Yeah,
let's fucking go. Johan Ghazali back taking on Zakaria Johan.
I feel like it should be.
I feel like it should be too.
Yeah.
Well, who knows?
Zakaria is literally on a 3-fight losing streak, getting knocked out in all of them.
So
yeah. One of them by the other Johan.
Yeah.
Very nice. So yeah, that should be good. That should be fun. Jordan Estupinan is back filling in on short notice, taking on Iwata. Hopefully he gets a nice win there.
It is a rough fight though.
Yeah.
Iwata, definitely good. Definitely on a great streak.
Just KO'd Zakaria.
Yeah.
Very nice. But yeah, hopefully that's a fun one. But yeah. Let's go. I don't know if there's anything else on this card that you want to bring up.
Championship belt. Woo.
Yeah, main event. Jackie Button, she's back. Hooray. But yeah, let's go. That is the one championship event. Hopefully we got some good fun out of that. Other than that, we got some motherfucking fight news to talk about. And we got a lot of fight news about, a lot of good shit to talk about too. So let's get fucking going. UFC Rio, October 11th. Motherfucking Davison Figueiredo is back after his injury, losing to Corey Sandhagen, taking on Montel Jackson. How you guys feel about this one? I'm pretty excited.
It's a step back for Figgy, step up for Montel. I don't mind it. I think it's good. It's going to be interesting to see how Figgy comes back from that knee injury.
Yeah,
if he comes back like okay, he should win this fight.
Yeah.
I really think that he should win this fight.
Yeah,
I know he's on a rough streak now, but it's like Petr Yan and Corey Sandhagen came into the division, took care of Rob Font, Cody Garbrandt, fucking Cheeto, you know what I mean? Then lost
Yeah.
to Piotr, lost to Corey. It's like, it's rough, but it's also
Losing
it's
to the
top
very top of the division, exactly.
Yes, jumping all the way back to Montel. I don't even remember how the fight with Daniel Marcos went. Him versus Montel. Like, I don't remember much of it, but all I remember thinking is that I hope that Montel doesn't fight again this year because he's on my draft and he's losing his next fight. So with that being said, and that being my only memory of his last fight, I feel like he's about to lose this shit. Like, just feels like too big of a step up.
I just love how you have mentioned now Montel and Adrian Lee as being draft fighters, when literally the first fight we talked about with Kaio is also a draft fighter for you, and I don't remember you mentioning it there.
Nope, we
That's
didn't
funny,
talk
I
about
forgot
anything.
about that.
Yep.
But the thing is, I even kind of forgot. I wasn't even mentioning him as a fighter as much as it was that memory.
No, I
of
know,
like,
but it just
like,
it's
bro,
funny.
don't fight again. But yeah, it was because Jimmy mentioned his, and I was like, oh yeah, and next is mine. That's true.
No, I get it.
Got some fights, huh?
I don't even know if we had any more draft fights on the card or anything. I totally forgot about that.
No, I knew I didn't because my next one was John Silva.
Gotcha. But yeah, that is funny though. I do think Montel can get it done. I feel like he's gonna be bigger, way more physical than Figgy. The striking is gonna be very rough for Figgy, I feel like, and it's like obviously
would be good for me.
Yeah, and it's like obviously they're like it's just going to be like how hard or easy this fight is either way is going to be very dependent on Figgy's recovery and what he does actually look like.
Right.
I am just at this point he's very much on the older side. He like obviously he was a big flyweight, but he's like still just kind of a generally small bantamweight. And I just don't believe that
5'5" to 5'10", 68-inch reach to 75.5.
Yeah, man. Like I feel like Montel Jackson fucks him up. Honestly,
yeah,
like,
I just realized it's like with his. Do you guys know exactly what happened with it? Because it's like it's been 5 months.
I thought it was also a quick turnaround too. I didn't feel like it was that long either.
Because it's like he fights in October, you know, so it's like he's in camp, he's training, he's doing all of that. It's like, was it really not that bad and didn't need a crazy recovery? But to your point of being older, it usually takes a little bit longer to recover from certain things. So yeah. That could be a big factor.
Like I don't know. This was definitely one where it was like I have faith in Montel in this one. It could be misguided, but I feel like he's going to be able to get it done over the older Figgy in this one.
Figgy was able to avoid surgery for the tear to his anterior lateral ligament, which I'm assuming is that the ACL or is that different ligament?
I don't know. No idea.
But he was able to avoid surgery, so it wasn't as bad as we thought. Like we hear tear and we were like, oh yeah, surgery, rehab, all that. So it sounds like it was a lower grade of a tear than anything else.
Nice. That's good. But yeah, we'll see how that one plays out. I definitely have faith in for you though. October 18th, Vancouver main event. God motherfucking damn. RDR versus Fluffy. We talked about it earlier. This is gonna be absolutely incredible. Early thoughts, I'm for sure leaning Fluff Dog. I feel like he's going to have the pace, the pressure, the grappling to keep up with RDR to not, get overwhelmed in any situation. And he's going to be the one overwhelming RDR as the fight goes long. And he's probably getting a finish in the third or fourth round.
Kind of exactly how I feel. Yeah.
I find that I'm the one leading RDR out of all of us.
That's crazy.
Because I feel like those body knees are going to be, because even though Fluffy is the one who's going to be pressuring, like those knees are going to be landing a lot for RDR, and that, like, I'm not necessarily also just pointing out it's been a weakness for Fluffy, but like that's been tired out fucking Robert Wigger to the point where we had not seen him that tired before. He got Bo Nickel out of there. That's just a huge weapon, and he's also able to grapple, so it'll be an interesting fight for however long it does end up lasting.
Yeah, the early in the fight, like I've definitely been interested in it for sure. But one thing that I have mentioned on multiple occasions, and I finally think that this might be the fight where we can like really see it, is the way that RDR cannot handle pressure, specifically striking pressure. He crumbles, and not just, oh, I'm tired, like bro crumbles under the striking pressure. Now, since he's been here, he fought GM3, who is not going to put on that striking pressure.
He looks kind of rough in some spots too, because it looked like that he did not like some of those exchanges as well. No,
seriously,
like that was literally the worst he's looked in the UFC to this day.
The first round, I was going to say, I remember being like, bro, this is what I was talking about, and it's fucking GM3. But he doesn't have that pressure to follow it up to like really,
Yeah.
And then comes Kevin Holland, where he just immediately took him out and got him out of there, So that was that.
Yeah.
Bo Nickel, he was just. Bo is not going to put on a striking pressure by any means.
Yeah, no.
And with that, he got him out of there. Whitaker, a good striker, but we say the things all the time of 1-2 head kick, because like he might land a big 1-2 head kick. He might have you stunned for a second, but he's not following it up like bing, 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 bing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Fluffy is the first guy that could easily do that to him.
Yeah.
Where he goes out there, he throws a lot of strikes, and then when he sits down on strikes, they're big strikes. So if RDR starts like, oh, I don't like that. Oh, I'm covering up. It's not going to be 1-2. Oh, you're getting to recover. Like Fluffy really might just pounce on that. And that could be a problem where we're going to see him fucking crumble. Because it's like, even in his second fight against Anatoly, he did a little bit better, where it took to the third round?
Third round.
The third round to get out of there. But I remember like he was on the ground and they're like, yo, get up, like bring yourself to the feet. And he just refused. Like he was just done. He just can't hang with it. And I feel like this is the fight that, we might see that.
Yeah. That's very possible. Because like you said, the Fluffy doesn't have that same kind of power, but it's just the pressure that he's going to put on. I really do feel like it. I feel like the way that RDR gets this done is if there's actually a real big difference in their grappling level, and RDR is actually just like a much better grappler than him.
Right.
Because then it's like, if he's able to like grab a hold of him, and like even if it's like so much better in a grappler to not get taken down, be able to grab the clinch scenarios, win those scenarios, and land the knees to the body, and you know what I mean? Just stay on the feet, get the work done as he wants it. Because it's like, if he's in control like thoroughly throughout the first 2 rounds, I don't think that he's going to be gassing out by the third round. You know what I mean? Like he's going to easily have the ability to win this fight. So it's like, the first couple rounds are going to be very vital on either side of how it plays out, and like telling of who's going to get it done, No,
yeah, for sure. And I know we don't have too much to go off of with RDR, but on paper, Fluffy definitely is better all around by the numbers,
Yeah.
He shoots 4 more takedowns per 15 minutes. His takedown accuracy is 20% better. His defense is 2% better, and 1.2 more subs per 15 minutes,
Yeah.
But again,
RDR
only
has
so
had
many
4
fights.
fights.
Exactly.
But super good fight. Can't wait to see how that one plays out. Kevin Holland versus Mike Malott, also on that card for Vancouver. How you guys feel about that one at 170 pounds?
Fun Canadian fight that Canada is getting stomped out.
Yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
You think Mike Malott's got a chance in this one, Ginger?
I mean, just about any fight, one person has a chance, in any fight. But he definitely has a chance. It all depends. It's a Kevin Holland fight.
It's very fair. They like to just put like total faith in Kevin Holland getting a win over someone is pretty stupid. Like that. I really feel like Kevin Holland should get this one done, but it's one of those things where it's like, okay, he would have to shit the bed to lose it, but we've seen him do that plenty of times before. So
I'm trying to think back to like, does Malott shoot takedowns at all?
Yeah, he'll grab takedowns, but I don't think that he's a good enough grappler that like, because that's one of those things. Kevin Holland's not a bad grappler.
No, he's not,
like,
especially at 170.
Yeah, and it's like, I really feel like Mike Malott is the type of guy that he can play his jiu-jitsu game with. Would not even be surprised if we saw a fucking triangle choke for Kevin Holland or something out of this one. Like,
that's true.
Let's see.
Like, I feel like by round 2, like Malott's going to be exhausted fighting Kevin Holland, and then this is
it is a quick turnaround for Kevin Holland though, after getting busted the fuck up by D-Rod though. I know he turns around quickly all the time, but that was
true.
That was a pretty bad loss.
Very true. But that should definitely be a fun one, however it plays out though.
Oh yeah.
Good fight that won't be fun up next.
Yeah, Josh Emmett taking on Yusuf Zalal. UFC 320 October 4th. I absolutely love Yusuf Zalal. He's my boy, but this is the exact kind of fight that is all of the bad things that we saw in the Calvin Kattar fight are just gonna be fucking exemplified in this one. Like,
it's gonna look exactly like the Calvin Kattar fight.
Like, in my opinion, I think the
like,
only way it could look different and in a better way, like, look different for the better, is if Josh Emmett tries to go for the wrestling and Yusuf is down to grapple with him. I feel like that's the I feel like that's the only way. If he shoots and he's like, oh, let me try to wrap up a ninja, let me try to like pull guard, let me get into try to take your back off of something, you know what I mean? Like, that's where I feel like we can see it very different, because Kattar was never about to fucking shoot on him.
No, exactly.
That's fair. Yeah,
it is one of those.
And he also might feel more comfortable shooting. Sorry, go on, Ginger.
I was gonna say, and it's one of those interesting situations, because Zalal might pull guard and it'll be like kind of airy, but like Emmett also isn't a guy you want in your guard.
Yeah, I said pull guard, and I was like, not necessarily that, but just in the sense that willing to get to the ground with him.
He's one of the one Uriah Faber fighters who isn't just head into your. He'll actually posture up.
Background prior.
Yeah, but I know, and which is just really funny too, because he's like one of the fucking guys that's been with Uriah Faber the longest out of like anyone. But yeah, because that's where it's like obviously Yusuf is a very good grappler, but that's where it's like I didn't think about kind of the fact of like Josh Emmett shooting the takedowns on him to like make that like kind of the grappling exchanges, because it's like Yusuf Yusuf I don't think is going to have the confidence to try and shoot takedowns on Josh Emmett, knowing how good of a wrestler he is. And that's where it's like I don't know. This is probably going to be a very bad fight, and I don't know if my boy wins it. He could easily win it, but I don't know if he does.
Yeah.
He might get a lot of warnings in this fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go. Hopefully it ends up being good, though. October 18th, as mentioned, for Vancouver. What the fuck is the UFC doing to Kyle Purple? Like, put him up against fucking Drew Dober, bro. What is
Drew
going?
Needs it, man.
I know he does, and that it's like I don't like as a Drew fan. I don't mind it. This is the kind of shit that we want to see more. But it's like I do bad for Kyle, because it's like who is his manager that allowed this fight to go through? Like, this is the kind of shit.
I wonder if his manager is even looking at it like he's 1-4 in his last 5, and he's been knocked out 3 times in those last 4 fights,
which
4 losses.
I somewhat understand, but you're
still silly, of course. That's why I love this fight for Drew. But I wonder if that's like part of it, where it's like, yeah, it's Drew Dober, but he's also a 36-year-old Drew Dober now who is declining. He got his chin cracked by Frivola, and he has been,
no, that's very
true. And I hate to say it, I fucking love Drew Dober. It makes me sad, but that's why I love this fight, like hoping it's something that he can get a win in, because bro, like I said, 1-4 in his last 5, got knocked out by Frivola, knocked out Ricky Glenn, lost the decision to Moicano, got finished by Jean Silva, got finished quick by Manuel Torres.
Thing is, like, I get that, but like the dudes that this dude is getting KOs over are not good.
No, but just the cages thing of like the taking the fight, like that's what you're like.
Yeah. Not that...
2013. Okay, I was like, this dude fought Kevin fucking Lee. What the fuck?
But I get your point of like, why there. Because obviously it's a very rough fight, but it's one of those things. Drew Dober, he's a big name. You go get a win over Drew Dober, that fucking saves your run in the UFC. You know what I mean? And it's, like you said, aging Drew Dober. So it's like, even though Kyle, not a great fighter, and everyone's probably looking at this like easy win for Drew, this is probably the best opportunity at like the biggest name to get something done.
Yes.
Like, yes.
And I get what you're saying.
And the best chance at him.
Exactly.
And I get what you guys are saying with aging Drew Dober. This is an aging Kyle. He's 36.
No, yeah, but it's still like, when you're trying to save your UFC run, you know what I mean? And like, you
brother, this is his second UFC run.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
And even more so with aging Dober, I don't even necessarily mean like his age as much as fight age. Like, yes, he's getting up there at 36, but like the run he's just been on recently, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sad. He needs this. Go out there and knock fucking Prokolek out.
Yes.
Weirdly enough, Prokolek has never been knocked out.
Well, he's about to be.
Let's go. Also for that card, Charles Jourdain taking on Davey Grant. My boy Davey Grant.
That's a fun fight.
Let's go.
Yeah,
that's a
fun.
fucking sick fight.
That's awesome.
Absolutely such fun prelim awesomeness. You know what I mean?
Like looking at the card so far, that can get fight of the night.
Oh yeah,
what is that on?
That's on
the RDR Hernandez card. Yeah,
Vancouver.
Okay,
Vancouver.
I figured it had to be, but
bro, that's turning out to be such a great fucking card, man.
Yeah,
like,
Canada's
we were just
actually
talking about it like the other day. How the fuck is fucking Perth and Noche like the fucking worst cards out of like fucking Shanghai, fucking Brazil, but you know what I mean? Fucking Canada, like every place that they're going in like this little 2-month stretch, like it's crazy.
Yeah, you know Qatar's going to be a great fight card. First time going there.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so that one's looking to be very good. But speaking of UFC Perth though, September 27th.
One of the good fights.
Yeah, this is a fucking great fight. Jake Matthews getting a very nice step up in competition for himself and a big name in Neil Magny. Absolutely easy win for Jake Matthews here, in my opinion. This is a show-out, standout performance in his home country. This is the fight and performance in a spot with enough fans there that he gets himself a very solid top 15 opponent afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think he goes out, he wins. You call out Jeff Neal, you call out D-Rock. Just call out Jeff Neal so we get another Neil Magny to Jeff Neal fight. Like, do it.
It is kind of perfect. Do you think if he wins, he doubles down on calling out Gilbert again? Because,
he might.
He called him out last time, and he didn't get that fight and ended up with Neil Magny. But because I know that I just remember that was one where it's like it's a rough fight for Gilbert, but
it's not the roughest out of the fights he's been fucking taking.
Yeah.
Exactly, and we know the other opportunities that could potentially be there. So it's like
this is the one for sure. Because honestly, it's still a fight that is like very winnable for Jake Matthews.
Yep.
But it's like he's on a 4-fight losing streak. He lost 2 decisions in there, which actually isn't as bad. But like Bilal and Sean took him to the decisions, and then he got knocked out by fucking Jack Della Maddalena and Michael Morales. Like, what a rough run, brother.
Yep, and that's the exact kind of fight that you take. Yeah, give me Jake Matthews. I don't care where, like, give me it on 4 days' notice in fucking random country. Sure, let's go.
Yeah, well, he didn't take it because we've seen Gilbert lately. He's still fat and happy. Yeah, he's not ready to get back into shape.
If he was in shape and was ready for it, he would do it. But
yes.
But yeah, let's go. That should definitely be a good one. Very excited. UFC Rio got a fight at 170 pounds. This is so fucking good. We were wondering, Gabriel Bonfim got the win over Wonder Boy. Kind of a close one. Wasn't sure if he should have gotten it or not. Is he going to get the step up throughout the rankings, or is it defend your spot? And he gets the defend your spot fight against somebody that's been deserving of a fucking top 15 opponent for a damn long time in Randy Brown. Yep. I am so fucking excited for this one to see how it plays out. How are you guys feeling?
I am very excited for this because I do think that Randy Brown has a real good shot of winning.
In my opinion, like I'm not. Okay, I feel like Randy Brown has a good shot at finding the knockout over him, but that's kind of the only chance I give him to win this fight. And the reason why is because like he has all right grappling, but it's not that great.
Yeah.
And it's like the reason why he lost the split decision to Brian. Now, mind you, it was obviously a close fight, but it was a lot of just like grappling and being able to get held up against the cage, where it's like, that's not his bread and butter like that, like it is with Bonfim, you know? And then even it's like, like when it got scrambly with Jack Della Maddalena, he was able to get out of there and get himself the first round RNC as well. And so if Randy doesn't find that shot, which he has good striking, so he might be able to find that shot for sure. But if he doesn't, I feel like Bonfim could get the decision via grappling or find the sub.
And I get that. I think one of the things though is like Bonfim, like in his last 2 or his last like 3, has been really good at like pacing himself and finding his own pace and fighting at his own pace. Randy Brown is not someone who's going to allow you to fight at your own pace. He's going to put pressure on you. He's going to try and fight at his pace and fight at a higher pace. So I think that's part of the reason I think Randy Brown's is going to be able to win. And also like you just said, his striking is really good, and he's got a 5.5-inch reach advantage on Gabriel Bonfim. He's going to be able to stay out at distance.
it is the one thing that like I've been saying with Bonfim since he came in is like he's one of those guys at 170 that has the height of like the 6'1" to, you know, like in that area, but a 72.5-inch reach when everyone else is 6'1" with the 77, 78, 79 inch reach is fucking insane.
Yeah. The key thing is gonna just be the footwork and like the distance management between like both of them. You know what I mean? If Randy Brown is able to keep this at striking range at the end of his reach and able to keep moving in a way that Bonfim is never able to get on the inside, easy win for Randy Brown. You know what I mean? Like this isn't going to be too hard. But if he's struggling with that and Bonfim is able to find his moments to get inside, then it's like he can land big shots on him to hurt him. He can grab him to just put him up against the cage to land the control time to just stifle him, you know what I mean, and rack up like points that way. Or like you said, just take him down, get a decision, or grab a sub. It's like that's where it's like Bonfim has more ways to win this one, in my opinion. So I'm definitely leaning towards him. But it's like I'm really interested to see if what he has improved on in his striking is actually good enough to close the distance and get it done over Randy Brown. Because it's just such a big test.
Yeah.
And that's where it's like, obviously, you know, like had a real close fight with Wonder Boy, was able to get the nod. But it's like, just another tough one to see if that ability is really there at the top 15 level in the welterweight division.
Right.
Because this could go to a very close, like, split decision as where I could see it going to Bonfim, but it's just like, dude, Randy Brown is literally right fucking there.
Yeah.
I guess it's just because of his fight with Brian Battle, and I know that was super close. And like the way that it felt like Brian Battle essentially got that because of the moments where he would kind of clinch up and take over control time, that because he was able to fill the gap with that I feel like Bonfim's going to be able to, you know what I mean? Like I even if it is just with clinch work and not even being able to take him down, his grappling is just such a better level than Brian Battle's, that if that was the skill that closed the gap there, that's where I'm just like, I'm not sure, you know?
No, that's very fair.
But I understand what you guys are saying for sure. Yeah.
I wish back when it was the Brian Battle fight, I wish that not happened. I wish the fight with Carlos Prates had not been canceled, because oh my god, Randy Brown versus Carlos Prates back then would have been so fucking good.
Yeah, that would have been sick. But yeah, let's go. Super interested for that fight. UFC Rio should be a good one. Rematch. Fun one. Let's go. Aaron Blanchfield taking on Tracy Cortez, UFC 322 MSG, November 15th. I am very excited for this one. I feel like this should be a very solid, good win for my girl, Aaron Blanchfield, in this one. I don't know how you guys are feeling about it.
I would not disagree with that. Like, I think Blanchfield is going to beat Cortez.
Yo, in my opinion, I think that this is the perfect fight to see if Aaron's worked on her striking at all.
Yes.
Because it's like, it's a 3-round fight. So that takes away a huge advantage that Erin's been having in her past couple fights for sure, you know? And Tracy is putting some things together. She has good striking. And if Erin is just going to run forward into Tracy's shots, it might be a rough round 1 and 2, you know? Especially like, because Tracy might not get tired then. Like, I don't know. I think Erin should win, but if Tracy wins, I'm not going to be that surprised. And I'm just going to be, if anything, kind of disappointed in the lack of work from Erin over these past few fights. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if she hasn't done anything, this could end up rough. Because it's a 3-round fight, you know? Like, she might be able to go out there and just grapple her easily, and that would be awesome for her. But also, I would like to see the striking improvements. So, you know, like, I don't know, because it's like I'm very interested in this fight is basically how I feel.
I get it, like, because maybe I'm not giving like the respect to Tracy for like the improvements and like how much better she is getting in the division, because I do feel like even if Erin hasn't improved at all, it should still be enough for her to get the decision. I do think that like you said, like it could be like, a real rough, like round 1 and 2, you know, and then like Tracy can make it close and Erin could easily not look good in getting it done. But it's like, if she is growing and making improvements, then it's like, I feel like she'll just absolutely stomp her out. You know what I mean?
100%. But that's why I think that this is a good fight to see if she has, you know?
Because I do feel like on the worst end of it, though, she should still be able to get it done. Where if Tracy does get the nod, that would be like, oh, wow. Like, I would feel like there's probably like a regression of Erin in her skills if Tracy gets the nod here, honestly. Like that would be really bad, I feel like.
I get it, because it's just like, like in her last couple fights, it's like with Viviane, it's like, she landed 65 of 103 strikes and went 3 for 5 on takedowns on there. Viviane didn't shoot once, and sorry, I'm doing significant strikes, but either way, 22 of 51. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the Rose loss, which was short notice for her.
Yep.
And she obviously struggled with the weight. Like, that was not great. Like, Rose went 5 for 5 on takedowns on her.
Yeah.
But it, the first one in the second round, 2 in the third round, it kind of just went on. Rose is a great fighter, but like, I don't think that Tracy looked entirely awful in that fight, but it just also wasn't very competitive, but that's where it's Rose, you know what I mean? So I don't know, but like in the Jasmine Jasdavicius one, it's like Jasmine has gotten a lot better, but in that fight, she went 2 for 10 on takedowns, they like just swung it out at 116 of 225 and 95 of 225, like in 3-round fights, especially Tracy definitely puts on like a striking pace for sure. And it just seems like she's been working on her grappling a little bit, where I'm like, that's where I'm just like, she could potentially give her issues. And if Erin hasn't worked on anything, we might see those issues,
Yeah, that's very fair. But yeah, definitely have confidence in Erin, but it should be a fun fight either way. And it's like, I do hope that we just, like you said, see the improvements out of Erin, and just Tracy could still give her a good fight either way.
Yeah.
Let's go. UFC Apex event, November 8th, Mayra Bueno Silva back taking on Jacqueline Cavalcante, back at 135, real step back in competition. Things have just been going bad for Mayra Bueno Silva. Do you guys think that she gets it done?
She's been looking like shit lately, man.
Yeah.
I feel like the only thing she might have going for her is the fact that, again, for her, a 3-round fight against somebody, Jacqueline Cavalcante is good, but she's not very active.
Yep.
She gets a lot of split decisions. I'm pretty sure she has 6 decision wins in her career, and half of them are via split decision.
Pretty sure.
Because she is just... It doesn't seem like there's the killer instinct there. Like, she'll keep the fight pace at exactly where it is, and she'll kind of match it. And she does just enough to edge it sometimes, where it's like, if Mayra's going for it at first, Mayra might do enough to take over. But she's been looking like shit, and Jacqueline is a good fighter, so maybe Mayra might be there to drag something out of her that we haven't gotten to see her other opponents take out of her.
Yeah.
But I think she's gonna win this.
Yeah.
Feel the same way, Ginger? You got
anything else? That's basically how I feel about the fight as well. I don't have else.
Gotcha. I know you are so fucking excited for this one, though, Ginger. UFC Rio, once again, we are back. Walter Walker taking on Mo Usman, the battle of the brothers heavyweight division.
Yes.
This fight is as big as it can get in terms of family affairs. How you guys feel about this?
And Walter Walker's going to get another heel hook in the first round.
Yes. 4 heel hooks in a row. 4 heel hooks in a row.
I feel a little bad for him in the sense of like, he's not fighting top 15 because he doesn't want to, because he wants to get a little bit of experience and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And that's smart.
Yeah.
And I get it.
Yeah.
But the way the drop off happens at number 11, that it's like the experience you will gain outside of the top 15 might as well be shit you can get in LFA and Cage Warriors and literally anywhere in the world. Fucking XMMA for, you know what I mean? Like, that he could sit here and heel hook the shit out of all of these very low level guys, and the second he gets into a Marcin Tybura fight, it's still gonna be hard.
Yep.
Oh, Marcin Tybura probably fucks him up right now. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, he could sit here and he could do this back to back to back 4 times a year to all of the guys on the outside of the rankings, and it's still gonna be a tough fight because you're not.
You wanna know what'd be fun? It'd be all that, and then like he'll do it like 2 more times next year, get a main event with Derek Lewis, and Derek Lewis uppercut KO.
Yeah.
Like there is it is one of those things where like in most divisions I'd be like, yeah, no, that's the smart thing. In this division there's literally 30 fighters.
Yeah.
You fought the low end of the competition already. Fight the intermediate competition at least.
Yeah.
Which maybe Mo Usman is able to do something a little bit better because he is a wrestler, so he might be able to defend a little bit better. But
And even at just like repetitions, just like the gain confidence, you know what I mean? And just like, even though it's like, okay, yeah, like he's not like your point where it's like, yeah, you could beat all these guys and just still lose to someone that's at the same level, whether you fought 3 of them or 10 of them, you know what I mean? It's like, at least if he's actually going in there with each fight and able to look at the things that do actually work and not, and just take whatever little things he can, then over enough fights, you're still gathering that information to help prepare you for someone higher up, you know?
No, yeah, that's true.
He definitely does seem like a more thoughtful heavyweight, you know? So I'm definitely excited to see what Walter Walker can do. And yeah, if he could get another heel hook in a row, that would just be pretty cool. Let's go. Big time affairs, UFC 322 MSG. We got the main and co-main event set. We got some big-ass fights for this card. Yeah. MSG is fucking back, baby. Let's go. What better way to fucking headline it than with a double header of 2 champ versus champ fights. JDM on his first attempt at defending the welterweight title, taking on former lightweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev. What a fucking fight. How are you guys feeling that this is finally official for this year and for MSG?
I'm going to throw up.
I get it. It's good. I'm definitely just happy that it's just set and secured for this year. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where it should have been set for this year. There are big fights, though, that could be made, you know what I mean? And could have
this is one of the biggest ones. Both of them were down. Both of them been talking about it. It's been in rumors for so long that I would have been honestly disappointed as if it was canceled, like as if it was booked and canceled if it didn't actually happen. You know what I mean?
No, I get it,
but I know things can always happen. I'm very excited for this fight. I want Islam to win so fucking bad.
Yeah,
sadly. I'm sorry, Jack.
No, it's I want Jack to win because I love him and it's good, but it's also like, if Islam could win and fucking that could lead us to a potential opportunity of him defending that title against Ilia Topuria, and I want to see that fight. So let's. I'm just excited. I can't wait to see how that one plays out.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see how this one plays out. I'm going to be honest. I'm not rooting for either of them.
I am.
I get it. Just want a good scrap. I
just want to see how this ends up happening.
Yep. We're going to see how Islam can hang with a true 170-pound fighter in the UFC at 170 pounds. And just the overall level of Jack and his like status in the pound-for-pound conversation, possibly, in just, you know what I mean, as a champion. Yeah. So, yeah, super excited. Let's fucking go. Co-main event, like I said, another champ versus champ fight. Zhang Weili has officially vacated her strawweight title to move up to flyweight to take on Valentina Shevchenko. Incredible.
This I'm excited for.
I'm excited for it. This is what should have happened, but like, damn it. I'm a huge fan of Zhang. I'm a huge fan of Valentina. Like, I am not.
I respect the shit out of Valentina, but boy, do I want Zhang Weili to win this.
It's like I'm definitely leaning more. Like, I do like Zhang a bit more. Like, I get your spot where it's like, yeah, like I don't want to see either of them lose. Yeah. But it's like I definitely do want Zhang to win a little bit more for sure. But it's like it's also, they're both certified legends.
Yeah.
They're both on the older side. So it's like either one of them take a loss here in a fight like this. It's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, obviously one of them could get finished viciously potentially, and like that could just suck. But it's like, aside from like that, it's may the best woman win. You know what I mean?
Valentina's not as like much bigger than her as I thought. She's only 1 inch taller, 3 inch reach advantage. Like, I don't know. I just thought that she'd have a bit more height, bit more reach on her. So
gotcha. Yeah,
I like that for Zhang.
Oh yeah. Super good fight though. I cannot wait to see how this one plays out, how the striking exchanges go, how the grappling exchanges go, who's going to have the better cardio if this fight even goes long. Like, oh my god, man, I'm so excited for this one. Great fight. To move away from MSG real quick though, because as I said, Zhang Weili has vacated her title, so vacant title up for grabs. Virna Jandiroba has finally gotten her UFC title opportunity, taking on Mackenzie Dern, formerly lost to her 5 years ago.
Yes. Bro,
Let's go.
it's the only fight to make for anyone that's mad about it. Literally nobody else except for Mackenzie Dern deserves to be in there. I know it's not the greatest fight, but it's still the only fight to make.
Yeah.
Tatiana Suarez just got demolished in her title fight earlier this year. Yan Xiaonan just lost to Virna, and was it anyone else?
I think
Whatever. She lost to her recently. Amanda Lemos also lost to Virna, and she just barely beat Yasmin Lucindo. And that brings us to Mackenzie Dern, who is on a 2-fight winning streak. Loopy and Hebos. You get to Loopy behind her because I know people are like, oh, well, Loopy just beat Andrade, but she's on a 2-fight win streak, breaking a 2-fight losing streak to Mackenzie and Virna. It's Mackenzie that should be in there. That's just that. Mackenzie beat Virna, as you mentioned, a couple years ago. This is the one. It's Virna for champ.
It's like there's been no one in the division for Zhang Weili to fight that anyone has cared about. And like Virna's been the only one there that deserves it, but nobody's cared to actually see that matchup. That's why she hasn't gotten it. So it's like now that Zhang left because there's nobody there other than somebody that nobody wanted to see her fight. Obviously, you put Virna in because she's the deserving, but the other person isn't going to be some great deserving fighter because there's nobody already in the division. Like it's just like, who else is on a 5-fight winning streak that deserves to be in this spot? Fucking nobody. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that's kind of why the division's been fucked for a little bit. So yeah, you go to Mackenzie Dern, who's on a 2-fight win streak and is the biggest name in the division. What are we talking about here? Like it's
which even that just feels like it just works out.
Like
I will say this. Them having Weili give up the title belt, it's what made me realize 100% they do not want any double champions anymore at all.
Yeah.
Well, and so that's where it's just that's where I'm still just like Dana of saying that it's like, yeah, you're gonna be active. It's like I don't know if Zhang Weili wants to like just sit there and go back between 115, 125. That's a hard ass thing to do for a champion, and that's why we're gonna end up where they probably all just relinquish it because it's like who can realistically fucking do that? You know what I mean? Like But it's like, yeah, they are not trying to hold up divisions for sure. Like they're trying to keep that shit going. So it's like, yeah, if you're gonna defend it twice in each division, you know, a year, then it's like, yeah, have 4 title fights across 2 different divisions in a year.
But okay, I know you said that, but like, how many times has a female fighter defend her title 4 times a year because the UFC doesn't put them in that position to even do that?
No, I know, but it's.
I get what you're saying. I'm just like pointing out like that's kind of like also on the UFC's end to actually be putting them into the fights to do that.
Yeah, that's fair. But either way, Virna versus Dern. I'm excited to see how that one plays out though, and it's they've both definitely gotten a lot better since their last fight.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see it. It is just like literally at this exact moment, the only like part of the division that she'd be holding up by being double champ would be Virna. That's the only reason I'm like, okay, they really don't want double champions now.
That's very fair. Very fair, very fair. Next fight, MSG featured bout. Leon Edwards is back taking on Carlos Prates. Oh my goodness, what a great fight. I cannot wait for this one, man. So good. This is gonna be good. We're gonna learn a lot.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna learn a lot about the high level striking Carlos Prates.
Yeah, right. Leon Edwards is so happy to not be fighting a grappler, so he can be the grappler.
Yep. That's probably what's going to happen.
Fuck the striking.
Leon gonna have him shooting Carlos gonna have Leon shooting double legs out here.
Yeah.
Just gonna be Nate Diaz throughout the entire fight. Oh, so you're a wrestler now?
Now.
But then, that should be a fun one.
Yeah, and then near the end, he's gonna get hit with a nasty 1-2, get hurt, and then Carlos is actually gonna finish him.
Yeah, like that. I feel like Carlos Prates honestly walks away with the second round TKO.
Yeah.
I feel like he could knock him out with strikes up top. He could land a body shot up along the cage. He could probably hurt him with leg kicks. Like I feel like he can hurt him anywhere at any point in this fight.
Yeah.
Super excited. Let's fucking go. UFC 321. Umar Nurmagomedov. He is back taking on Mario Bautista. How you guys feel about this matchup?
It's great. Like, it's where Mario should be fighting. He should be fighting high up in the division like that. So I'm glad for that. It's going to be... We're going to learn a lot about Mario. in this fight.
Yeah.
We know a lot
100%.
about Umar because of his fight against Marab. We're going to find out a lot about Mario.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Can Mario actually hang with that high level grappling? Yep. Can he just even with the striking of Umar too? You know what I mean? Can he just keep up with the entire game? It's like, yeah, if he can't get past someone like Umar, you're just probably not grabbing the title. You know?
No, yeah. But if he's able to beat Umar, man, he's right there for a title shot.
Oh yeah, he beats Umar. I mean, Piotr still probably, if Marab is able to beat Corey and then he is allowed to defend his title in December like he wants against Piotr, like, or somebody, you know, like he's still gonna end up fighting Piotr. But it's like, yeah, so he could, but you beat Umar, your next fight should be fighting for the title for sure.
No, yeah, we got a lot of guys recently getting their chances up in the top of the division. You got Eamon Zahabi versus Marlon Vera, what we talked about earlier with Montel Jackson versus Davison Figueiredo. Like, you got a lot of people moving up into the division.
Yep. So let's go. Should be fun. And still in the bantamweight division, Rob Font, he was supposed to be fighting Raul Rosas Jr. stupidly on UFC Noche in the co-main event.
But almost even more stupidly?
Yep, fucking Raul pulls out, so they pull apart a fight that was already on the card and put David Martinez into the Rob Font fight, which is an even crazier matchup. I don't fucking know.
David Martinez is 1-0 in the UFC. He is 27 years old, and he's a striker. It's not even like he's a grappler where it's like, oh, maybe he's going to be a good enough grappler to get past Rob Font. Like, Rob Font's about to beat the shit out of this guy.
Yeah.
He was about to beat the shit out of Raul.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's happening. New co-main event for Noche. That card sucks. Let's go. That is all of the fight news to talk about. All of the things to talk about for this episode of the podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop a comment. Let us know how you feel about all these fights. And we shall catch you, hopefully, to a great review to UFC Paris. Let's go. Peace out, everyone.
Yeah.